Greetings, it is upon us. Build day 22. We're getting down to almost the end of it. I'm just getting out here. It's about 10:30. Been doing paperwork this morning and just got done. And I figured, well, I better get out here. We've got stuff to do. And you know, it's so much nicer being able to plug the blow-ups in back here. I hate the morning ritual of having to walk the corn. I come out of there feeling like I've got bugs and stuff in my hair. Sue-Ann's been out here a little bit, messing around. I did get some of my projects done last night. Got some stuff wired up. Just didn't get it all done. I still got the 2 gargoyles. Put eyes in and do a little detail painting on, and I got the 2 Scuba Boo boards I need to get put together. So I'm going to try to get over there tonight while this thing is rendering and uploading and all that, and get that done. Give me a second here. I got to move the truck. Well, truck's moved, flags are up. Up in front of the haunt is, for the most part, ready to go. Sue-Ann's been out here putzing around. She told me she left the gates open. I gotta get the foot over the gate. No, you're not being a rock cat. Get the gates open so the mailman can get in. And she was going in and out of this one, bringing some stuff out. Sue, that is. So I've got to calify it. Once the mailman comes, we let Kaylee out to roam the haunt. She likes to come out here and follow me around the haunt. And if I don't have this piece of plywood, that one there up, she can actually get on her belly and shimmy underneath the gate and get loose. And she has no respect for cars at all. But we're gonna do a walkthrough on the haunt. She went and fixed her crystal ball. It was awfully cloudy and had a lot of foam in it. Oh, and hey, God's Flesh, and I know you aren't watching vlogs anymore, but there's your crock head. But she's done pretty good. She's been doing a little bit of detail work in here. And she did mess with my rope I had up here, and I told her to go ahead. She put it all on one side, though. This side, the piece of rope that we used for the fence, didn't fit. Wasn't long enough. But, you know, she's been doing a little bit here, a little bit there out here. I haven't done anything with that display yet, and I will eventually. And then that guy there goes on this panel here, but I got the panel loose so I can get into the water wall and do my work. I'll put it back up when we get there. Nothing done in that display. But she has been doing a lot of cobwebbing, got the miscellaneous spiders and stuff on. She had a ball with this one. Nothing really done in the mirror. That skull in the bowl there goes on the lamp. Gotta get the light bulbs out there in one of the tubs still downstairs. Into the photo hall. And God, Tater, that haunted house aroma that you've got, that I got from you, the scents works great. I can still smell it. There you go. Now you can kind of see the tables, and she's been doing a lot of work in here. Oh, there we go. The ceramic skulls. That was one project I did. I did not get them on bases, but they do, that will be done after Halloween. I might just make individual stands for them or something, I don't know. But they've got flicker LEDs on the inside, and I tested them out last night. They look really neat. And then the other thing I worked on was the bell jar last night. That hooks up to 5 volt. Zoom you back out before I forget. Hooks up to 5 volt, and the eyes on the skeleton heads, skulls, I guess you can call them, flicker off and on. But this is looking good. I'm liking the look of this. And we gotta get a candle up there. I've gotta get candles in there. Lots of little stuff in here that need to be done. And then we head into the corn and the bugs. And out and in. and around and up and down and over and yeah, into the clown hallway. And this hasn't changed, so you really don't need to see it. But anyway, yesterday we got started with the electrical. I got the power pole, trunk line 1, trunk line 2 in. Today we're going to get trunk line 3 in, which should only take about an hour, maybe 2, depending on how fast I move and how elaborate I want to get with it. But we got to get that in, and then we are going to be bringing the electrical stuff up from downstairs, and we're going to go through and start getting all the AC stuff done. So that's on the docket for today. Well, trunk line 3 is plugged in, and is working. And the ship's wheel is rocking, it's not turning. Ah, I see the problem. It's binding on the screw there. So we'll go like that, and I'll have to get a screwdriver out and tighten that screw. That's an easy fix. Semi-easy. Now, let's go in here. I got this plugged in with no light bulbs. Let's see what George says.
So glad you're here. Things were just dead before you showed up.
Now his sensor is in his nose, so I'll point a light right through here.
Working your fingers to the pole.
And that's what I thought. Those are going to have to come off. The cloaks are binding up. Morgan's tombstone's working, and the crypt's working. So I'm going to have to get in there and take a look at those. But, just little fixes. Not too bad. We'll get things all straightened out. These things have been sitting in storage. Here for so long, they bind up, so they gotta get fixed. But at least the heads are moving. That's the main thing. Ah, I see the problem there. It's the mask. Okay. Time to do some quick maintenance on these, but basically trunk line 1 is working. Scratch that. Make it trunk line 3. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on motors for the ship's wheel. Right now I've got it back a fix, and all it's doing is wobbling. I think one of the gears stripped out in that motor. It's just too much weight. Need to find a better torque motor on it, and I don't have any other replacements, so it's going to have to run like that for this year, and then I'll get a different torque. And then Sue's been working out here. These have never really worked correctly, but we're getting some movement, which is basically what I want, is movement. Oh, you just got that on there to hide the pipe? It doesn't do anything about hiding the pipe, though. He's still going up, you know.
No, I want to hide it from behind.
Oh, from behind? Okay.
Because they're going to go around the corner, and they're going to see the back end of these things.
Yeah. And this one just kind of comes up a little bit and wobbles side to side, which is fine. I want the movement. It doesn't need to really have the full range.
That's what it always ever did was...
Yeah, we've always had problems with that one. But these all need to be redesigned. I made these years ago, and some of them work just fine. The Topsy-Turvies, the twins, that works just fine. The crypt works fine. Morgan's tombstone has that skull that just kind of pops up, and that one works fine. The rod's a little loose on the back, so it flops back and forth this way, but that's fine. I like the movement on it. But this guy and that guy have always caused us problems. Well, I think this is good
One year, this guy keep on coming undone. Washers and all that.
Yeah, and I had to go in and fix it. So I think that's done. Now, Suanne's also working on another problem up here. All my wiring. mess
Things were just
up there, and I wanted to kind of disguise it up there. So she's going to cut another small piece of the landscape fabric, and we'll tack it up like we had the creepy cloth and wrap the wires in so you can't see the wires. Well, not too bad. A few bugs and kinks to work out. I'm going to hop back over to trunk line 2. That's the one that does the water room and the witch. I got to run power into the witch's display to power things in the witch's display. And I need to get the black lights out here too and get those hung. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go grab something to eat first, and then we'll mess with that. Kaylee wanted to show you what we've been working on. So I figured I better grab the camera. This is the bump out here, and we got a black light there, which is wired up and ready to be ready to have power turned on. That one I just sat in there, and that one's attached. That one and this one are not attached to power yet. Keyword is yet. In the water room, we've got four 4-foot black lights, and you can see the other one down there and this one here. Those are all hooked up to water. We got our water to electricity. I mean, we got the Leering skeleton wired up, and Zombie Bait is hooked to power as well. Though I do not have his sensor cable hooked up yet because I don't have the Scooby board out here yet. But we've been working on that. It took a while to wire that room. And then we got in here, and I dropped power down behind the panel there. And the witch, the coals, and the candelabras are all wired up. Candelabras just need their light bulbs in them. But spent the better part of the afternoon working in here, just getting this wired up. We in the process of doing something else, and give me a second, I'll show you. Now the other thing we've been doing after we got that done, and Kaylee's giving them a sniff, we brought up all 4 foggers. Morgan's in the process of bringing all the speakers out, and then we brought out all the rest of the tubs except for one, and that's the LED lighting. That's still downstairs. It's going to stay downstairs until we get done with these. But we've got stuff all over the place in here. I'm not going to get all this stuff up today. We've got PVC candles, 12-volt LED lighting in them. We got more lighting down in the bottom one. We've got Scooby-Doo boards and pneumatics, more pneumatics. We've got fogger stuff. We've got water pumps and stuff for the water room. So, yes, I'm going to be working on, you got it, unloading these tubs and getting things put together. I think the first thing I'm going to tackle is I'm going to find the one that has light bulbs in it. And we're going to go through, and all the lamps and stuff that need light bulbs, we're going to get all the light bulbs and stuff in. Okay guys, almost the end of the day. I'm just finishing up out here. I'm doing a light check, basically. The first one of the season. I've already walked the haunt with the wife. We found a couple of things that need to be fixed, and I'll do that tomorrow. But I wanted to give you guys a night check too. A lot of it is going to be fairly dark. I don't know how much you're going to see, but we'll give it a shot. And I got my trusty light with me if need be. First light check is out here at the out at the photo op. I was going to say graveyard, but photo op. And you've seen this before with the carriage lights. In fact, I think I showed you that last night. The other one is in here, and we have all the tombstones plugged in. And Will's crypt is working, the light is on in the bigger crypt back there, but the motor's not hooked up, so it's not doing anything. We got that tombstone's working. That one is not. The shaft that drives the head came undone. I'm gonna have to fix that in the morning. That's one of the fixes. And then these guys are working. Then we've got our buzzards, which used to sit over our old arch. They're up here and working. And then you get in here, and we'll go like this. We got George.
Come in, come in. Pay no attention to the other ghosts and beasties that are about.
So we got him working today. And then you should be able to see the chandelier at least. You know, go like that. But it's up and working fine. Then you get around over into here and you can see the light on the ship's wheel. And we'll do that. You can see the ship's wheel rocking back and forth, which is just fine. And the guy over in the stocks, his head's moving. So that one's working. Now, the last thing I did tonight was hook up these flame pots. I hooked these up long before dinner tonight, and I kept forgetting to come back over and plug them in. So that was the last bit of work I did tonight. There's nothing really in the courtyard except a mess. And I haven't done anything in the clown hallway as of yet. Now, the next part is going to be a little dark. It's the corn hallway. I did do some work in there. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on camera though. So hiding the light, it's going dark. Okay, yeah, they are showing. I went and installed peepers all through the length of the corn hallway. And I'm thinking this is good. We're going to make this a dark hallway this year. The only light we're going to have in here are going to be these peepers going off, except for when they get to here. We'll have the Harbinger going, and when he activates, I'll have some red lights or something in here that'll turn on to highlight it. Should creep people out, I'm hoping. But the rest of the hallway is just going to be lit by the peepers. And then we're over into the gypsy display. And I don't have anything hooked up or powered up in here at all yet. But you can see some of the detail work back there on the bookshelf that Sue Ann's done. We've even got some Halloween-based magazines in there. And the skulls and stuff. We're going to have to blow the table off. We're getting leaves all over it. So gypsy display is coming right along. And then we get over in the photo gallery. And I have the two smaller light boxes hooked up. Here's the first one. It's working. The second one, on the other hand, is not. And that's this one here. And it's all hooked up okay. And I'm going to have to bring an extension cord over and take a look at it, because it's up there. So, oh, I see what's wrong. I don't have it plugged in correctly. No wonder it's not going on. And I think I'm zoomed in. Yep, I'll zoom you back out. But now I got the plug fixed. It's working. So that's one fix I was able to do tonight. Mirror display. We do have the mirror plugged into power, but I also have the sensor cable for the Scooby-Doo board plugged in, so it's not triggering. But the skull light's working. And we get over here in the spider display. No lights on except for the lighted spider up there on the wall. It's the only thing in the spider display powered up. Now we get over here, and this is another thing I'm gonna have to diagnose. I've got that light plugged in. I don't know if it's a bad bulb, the plug came loose, or what. I'm gonna have to get over here and diagnose it tomorrow. So that's a second repair. So I got the tombstone and that light. Then we get into the black light room. We had some loose bulbs and stuff we had to fix. And we got the leering skeleton going. And I'm going to have to get in there and adjust him just a hair. He needs to be turned a bit more. He's hitting the wall. Zombie bait is plugged in, but again, his sensor cord needs to be tinkered with. Alright, so zombie bait is working. And I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing up on camera. I'm definitely going to put a floodlight in the base of that to shine up on him and stuff. So he's working. But anyway, we got Clifford over there. His eyes are glowing. So everything's working there. And then we get over to the witch.
I see. My next ingredient has arrived. You, my spell, no longer deprived. Just a morsel I will take in the cauldron, boil and bake. Your youth and flesh the only price to ensure.
It's not too bad. And then we got the coals on the fireplace working and the candelabras. So we've made some good progress out here today. End of the day wrap up. Well, you got your first semi-working haunt walkthrough. Got a lot accomplished today. Some of the stuff that you saw tonight was actually done yesterday. Let's see, what was it? Can't think of anything. Well, I know we got the trunk line in, I got power on. Oh, the lighted spider. Oh, and the spider display was working last night, I do believe. We had one or two other things running. But most of what you saw tonight was done today. So, made a lot of progress. Should start seeing more and more and more each night as we get along. We've got to get all those tubs over there. And come on. Yeah, all those tubs over there. There's 5 or 6 of them gone through. I got speakers that need to be placed in all the displays. Wiring ran back to here. And fun. But we'll make it. We're getting there. It's going to be interesting to see how that corn hallway turns out with just the peepers in there. And like I was saying, the Harbinger, he's going to be hooked up to a scuba boo board, and I'll put a couple of LED lights in with him too. And when he activates, the lights will turn on so people can see him, because he's pretty much can't be seen other than the eyes when he triggers. So we've got that. Tomorrow it's going to be more of the same. I'm anxious to get into the clown hallway. I got a couple of interesting lighting techniques I want to try in there. And of course, sorry, nose is itching. I won't know if the lighting techniques are going to work or not until tomorrow night when I do a light check. But we'll find out. Past that, I'm not sure where tomorrow's going to take us. I know I'm going to be going through those tubs. We're going to be putting stuff in. I might say the hell with it. I'm kind of waiting for last, but working on the pneumatics. I probably ought to get in there and get that one done so I can get the air hoses ran. I won't have any of the pneumatics running tomorrow night, but at least everything will be put together somewhat. And, you know, just thinking about it, there's a lot of pneumatics. I've got the 2 water blasters. I've got the jumping spider, the attack spider, the pirate in the bar scene. Each of the clowns get a little air blaster in them, a rat tail. And then I was going to install some rat tails over in the cornhole as well, to kind of help freak people out. So, you know, it's a lot of freaking airlines to run. Lots and lots. So it will be interesting to see how things work. I might take the Scuba Boo boards that I've got complete and get them sitting out in their displays too. I might not. I don't know. I might hold off and put the Scuba Boo boards out. It's a little early yet. They'll definitely get put out before I do the lighting though. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to call it quits. So stay spooky, stay toxic.